I am at the Living Donor Institute, and I am doing consultation stuff. I just got out of St. Barnabas.
Hero.
Because to talk to the people about donating a kidney to Dave. And we went and we talked to the nephrologist. Kidney doctor. We talked to a social worker. And then green light. And then we talked to the living donor coordinator. Two of them, because they're going to be splitting their workload. So they're both going to be working, and I'm going to get one of them. Or both. It'll be cool. I had to talk a lot, which I knew was going to happen. Like, they really were pushing for the come in and let's talk, which is okay. I took sick time, so I had to get a letter from the doctor. I'm going to make a copy and give it to my work. That way it's an excused absence, because I'm going to have to go in a couple of other times. Not too many times, I don't think, though. Like,
well, the EKG.
I think they said that I can do. They're going to give me all of the stuff for the 24-hour urine test. That's going to be great. And then the blood tests and the EKG and the X-ray and stuff, that can all be done the day that I come in to return the urine tests. That way they can.
I think all that is you have to.
I can just walk in. I don't even need to make an appointment for it.
Pee multiple times over the course of the day.
24 days, yeah. Which is, I'll do that.
Well, you do that anyway, right?
We do that anyway. Ain't gonna take any.
You still pee.
Yeah. He can't pee. So, I'm gonna do that, and then I have to go back in later on for the CT scan, which is gonna be fun because they're gonna have to shoot me up with iodine.
Just bring little cat
treats.
treats. Make the cats happy.
Yeah. And they, of course, they ask a lot of questions.
I think it's bromide. You have to drink the thing.
Yeah, they were asking me, are you allergic to shellfish at all? Because this is what we're going to be using for that test, and if you are, we can just switch it. And I'm like, oh, no, I eat shrimp. I'll eat shrimp. I eat crab. I don't care. But I got an info packet. Wow, that's super white and blacks this out. And my arm's getting tired, and I will eventually come up with another thing to say in another jump cut. Okay, so it is phase 2 of kidney testing. Because I just finished phase 1. I did the psych evaluation. They found out that I'm totally sane. Or mostly sane. Or whatever. Sane.
Sane enough.
Sane enough to give away a kidney. Hey, there's light. So we're moving on to phase 2, which means 24-hour urine collection testing. Urinalysis. And then blood tests. All the blood tests ever. So I have already pissed into a container and put it into another container for 24 hours. This is my urine. In a bottle. It's disgusting. It's degrading. So we're going to take that to St. Barnabas right now. And go through the rest of the phase 2. And get the prescriptions and stuff. So hopefully we get that done as soon as possible. Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna go drive like 50 hours. Bye-bye. St. Barnabas. Gigantic. St. Barnabas. East Wing. Good. Living Donor Institute. Some stuff from a blood test. Gonna go get some blood tests. Now we're in admitting, and we're waiting. We're waiting in admitting. submitting. Like, I gave them the paperwork, and I'm just waiting for these tests. Yes, gonna happen. I'm ready. Yeah. The blood lab. I got my blood. We're going to radiology now. That's my actual name. Don't look at my name. One has an anticoagulant, and the other one does not. The EKG and the X-ray, chest X-ray, and all the blood stuff. So I'm super thirsty and short of breath. But we're gonna go now because we're done for today, and then we're gonna figure out whether or not I'm like what about the cross match stuff, and that comes back in like 3 weeks, so in like November I'll know. Exciting. Okay, bye. Okay, it is 7:13. Is that correct? Is your clock correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, it's like 7:13 or something in the morning. We headed out. We left at like 6:30. Going to the hospital because I have to be in admitting by 8:30 for all the rest of the tests, which include the CAT scan, CT scan. I've heard them say it both ways, and I don't know what's the difference or whatnot, and I don't care at this point in time because my throat sounds weird. My voice sounds weird because my throat feels weird. Yep. It's cool. And then I also have to do the pap smear today, which is also really uncomfortable. Yay! So much fun. But this is the last bit of actual testing, I think, of phase 2. This is like the completion of phase 2, and I have to talk to the living donor advocate today. They're like, "Oh, we'll get that scheduled for you, man." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man. That's totally cool." I don't really care. I'm just lazy, I guess. But hey, once it gets all done this morning, I can go home and sleep forever. Just got prepped for the CT scan thing, and they put a thing in my arm.
Kayla, you've got a thing in your arm.
I have a thing in my arm. I was underprepared. I wasn't aware that this was part of the test. So I kind of was just like in there. I was like, oh god.
So, for future reference, they're going to put a thing in
They're going to put a thing in your arm. For the dye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Contrast. Cool beans. We go that way again. So, recap of today's experiences. I was not aware that they had to use the contrast because I, for some reason, didn't read my prescription. So they had to use a contrast, so they put an IV in my arm, and I was underprepared. That was a stop sign that person just blew through. I was underprepared, and so I kind of was a little bit nervous, shaky during the CT scan, which was awkward. Fun thing is that the contrast, because they did it without the contrast, and then they did it with the contrast, and then I had to wait a little bit for more contrast to move around. And then the fun thing about the contrast is that when they put it in, sometimes you can get a burning feeling or a warm feeling, a metallic-y, weird, odd taste in your mouth, chemical taste in your mouth. I think I said metallic. And then you could also, you feel warmth like you're peeing your pants. And I felt all of the above, which was delicious, I have to say, with that taste. So very interesting nonetheless. But my arm was shaking so badly because I had to keep it like up straight, and it was very awkward. So that was, and then it got done, but they had a medical emergency, so I had to, like, my appointment was for 9, but I got in at, like, 9:40 something, 9:45. So then I was late to my pap smear appointment with the OBGYN, and that, it was a horrifying experience. So the other thing after this pap smear of, like, nightmares, I went to go speak to the living donor advocate, who was a woman named Margaret, and she was very lovely. And she went over all of the information that I needed to know for everything that I needed to know about giving up my kidney and things like that. And that was a very pleasant thing. We talked about all the things that could possibly go wrong, which was still more pleasant than a pap smear. Like, oh, you could put under and never wake up. Okay, cool. All right. You could bleed out. Awesome. Sweet. Tell me more. There's also a chance of infection. Yeah, got that. Good. Sweet. Better than the pap smear. Anyway, but no. So we went over, like, all of this stuff, everything related, all of the risks, which I will detail in another video, because that's important to know. And I'll just go over all the information that they ever gave me. But yeah, so we spoke to the living donor advocate, and she was really great. She is a medical social worker. She's not a doctor. She's just a social worker within the medical field, which is good because she makes sure that your rights are protected if you are donating, that you know everything you need to know before you go into it. So she has details of, like, the surgery and details of, like, what happens after the recovery, and that you might have issues with certain things, and that you need to, like, you know, she tells you need to take care of yourself and all that stuff. And so it's very pleasant, very good. So now I have 2 cards. One is hers, and one is the other social worker who spoke to me the first time. And, you know, so I'm ready. If I have any questions, I can just ask, I can just call. I don't know what to do about the OBGYN department being shit, but besides, it's probably gonna get edited out anyway.
Don't take the unique.
So, today's date is January 20th, 2017, and I spoke to the surgeon today. I kind of thought I was done with going to St. Barnabas for things, but then they're like, back to the surgeon. Which was a good thing, because she went in, like, real depth of what was going to happen. So I am going to have the surgery done. We figured out where the 4 incisions that they've been telling me about are actually going to be, because I'm just like, they're going to be in my abdominal area somewhere. And they actually did tell me that they're going to, like, I'm going to be, like, awkwardly, like, sideways on a table and taped down. I hate adhesives, so gross. And then, like, they're gonna have this thing underneath me so that it pushes my kidney, like, into the, so that way they can see things. And then it's all gonna be, the 4 incisions are gonna be right here in my abdominals.
They're gonna put in ports.
They're gonna do 3 incisions for ports, and then 1 incision where they're going to take the kidney out, which gonna start off small and then get a little bit larger. So the ports that they're putting in are gonna fill me up with CO2. It's a laparoscopic surgery, so there's gonna be robots involved. Robots. I'm gonna have robots in my body. I'm gonna be a cyborg for like 5 seconds, but not really. Oh yeah, they're gonna fill me up with carbon dioxide, which is gonna get reabsorbed into my body eventually. So if there's any extra that they like, as they deflate me, that isn't obviously isn't taken out, it'll get just be, and then I'll just I'll be farting up a storm, whatever. But they're gonna go in and they're gonna take my left kidney, because the left kidney has longer connections. And then my right kidney is just slightly a bit longer, slightly a little bit bigger than the left kidney. So they're like, that is best kidney. You get to keep that. And I'm like, yes, good job, right kidney. But I still love you, left kidney. Which is why I'm giving you to Dave, so that he may adopt you. And you may do him good. So we're gonna have to go in and actually do staples in the aortal artery of doom, or I don't know. And like they're gonna just cuff the blood supply, double up the stitching, cut it in between. They're gonna cut the urine tract tube, the tube that goes to the bladder. So they're gonna snip that and give that to my brother-in-law as well. When they do all that, Dave is going to be in the next room. It's going to be like a conjoined hotel room, with the door in the middle. And once he's prepped and ready, they're going to be like, good to go, snip it. And so, of course, my surgeon's going to be like, and then they're going to, and into the next room with my kidney. Totally accurate sound effects, by the way. They're gonna do that. Then Dave is gonna have an amazing kidney that's gonna work so much better than his kidneys ever did. All from one kidney, and it's my kidney. Mine. What else? Oh, let's talk about recovery. His recovery might take up to about a week, just because they need to check and make sure everything's going good. I mean, they just reinstated the plumbing. They just put the plumbing back in, My surgeon referred to herself as a plumber, so I don't know, she's cool. Me, I just had some plumbing removed, and I'm now left with the bare basics. So I'm not gonna feel good. I'm not. I went from high end to economy. That's fantastic. So Dave is gonna feel like 1,000 times better, but I will probably not, because I am missing an integral part of my life. And so I'm probably gonna be in there for about 2 days though. Like he's gonna be in there longer than I am. I'm gonna be in there, it's gonna be great. They're gonna do all the labs, great, test me. I did find out that they're gonna do the one thing that skeeves me out the most, in relation to any medical procedure. Like, I have no fears, no worries, no hesitation for any of this other stuff. Like, they took my blood and I didn't care. But they're gonna be putting in a catheter so that I may urinate. And yeah, that creeps me out the most. So, after those 2 days, I'm gonna get out and go home and not operate heavy machinery for about 10 of those days. And I'm going to recover, and I'm going to catch up on all of the TV series, and gonna maybe catch up on reading some books. Yeah. So it is March 8th, and it is the day of transplant, and we're here. Hi.
Well, you should take the day off.
Hi. And so there's Dave all the way over there.
Hello.
Wait.
Who's on?
What? It's just us videoing. Vlogging.
The blog that you guys were going to keep putting up or whatever.
The one that we haven't done in forever.
Really fast.
Yeah. The one that I'm still working on. I'm gonna finish the video like afterwards. It's been fine.
Makeup. Look, Dave's really sick.
Dave's really sick. It's great. You're gonna be telling stories like of your past and kidneys. Yeah, I'll just draw it out.
You could draw the kidneys and all that stuff.
We got bored. But we came in.
Caitlin did the kidneys.
We came in at 7 this morning.
Like Caitlin made that face. She imitated that face perfectly.
That's how I do it.
And David.
But we came in at 7, and it's 7 a.m. It's currently 9 a.m. But we came in at 7, and our surgery is at 5 p.m.
Yeah, like the one nurse that kept coming out because she was singing Christian songs, and I'm like, yay, you make me happy every time you come out.
I'm sitting here forever. I haven't eaten, and I'm not allowed to drink, and it sucks. It sucks, Paige. Yes, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty and I'm hungry. It's the worst, and all I want is all of the food. I want chicken and waffles.
Oh my gosh.
You really do want all of it, Jesus.
All I want is that Sonic ice cream slushy thing.
Okay. I want chicken and waffles. I want a chili dog from Sonic.
I want milk.
Actually, any sort of chili dog, and any chili dog. I'll take anything at this point. I want to go to the Collingswood auction and get pickles. Like,
Yes. Oh, at the
I'm down for
sauerkraut
everything.
Where's the Collingswood auction? I know Collingswood.
It is March 9th, 2018, a year after the fact, and I'm alive. But my brother-in-law Dave is also alive and doing much better than he was before because he didn't have any kidneys. And, well, now he has the most amazing kidney in the world. So, thank you for joining me on this journey, this hero's quest. My sister is standing there, holding a light, because that is how high-tech we are.